Hey guys, I'm back. Today's going to be a short video. I just want to be saying that me and a few other content creators, Sodmed Haven and their Super Unicorn, as some of them, have agreed to not do any of the content on the new WinterFest season. We will not be promoting any of the tanks if we do get them out of the free boxes. And I also want to say I will not be buying these boxes because they are completely overpriced and they are all luck based. There's no guarantee basically on how you are to get them. I'll explain how they work a little bit later. And I don't want people spending lots of money on this and giving it to Wargaming because they're screwing you. And I don't think that they should be doing this. And they did the same exact thing last year and they haven't changed anything about it. I don't know how they're getting away with it. I mean, I guess it technically is legal, so that's how they're getting away with it. But it's not good what they're doing to their players. They're just trying to screw you over for money because that's all they seem to care about. It seems like these past couple months they've just been trying to milk every last dollar out of us. It's getting worse and worse, and this is the same thing as last year. Yeah. So basically there are three tiered boxes. There are the Yules, the Silvers, and the Mystic chests. And you can only get the super rare tank like the KPZ and the Frost Warden. You may be able to buy the KPZ. I don't exactly remember. I know last year you couldn't. It was the exclusive tank. This year's exclusive tank, however, is the Frost Warden. And the only way to get this tank is to get it out of the Mystic chest. Alright? So you may think, oh, I can just buy a Mystic chest and guarantee that I'll get one of, the 15 tanks out of it. Well, you can't do that because the only way to get a Mystic chest is to get it out of a low percentage drop out of a Yule chest or a Silver chest. So there's no guarantee of getting this. I believe it's like a 2.5% chance or something. It's something super, super low. I don't have the article up right now, so I can't see. However, you're not going to get it if you really, really try. And I've seen some people spend over $1,000 to get it. Like, I know one guy spent $1,300, and I'm sure people have spent more. And you can spend $1,000 and you might not even get it because it's completely luck-based. There's no guarantee system to get this new shiny tank. And I think spending, $1,000, I mean, you could get lucky. You could spend, $10 or $50 and get the tank. But that's very, very unlikely. Or you could even get it for free because they are giving out free boxes. If you play the game, basically, there are free boxes you can get. However, don't rely on that because you're most likely not going to get it. I don't know anybody that's gotten it like that yet. And the chance of you actually getting that perfect drop and the perfect tank you want is so low that it ain't going to happen. Most likely. And you may think, well, they usually have an ultimate bundle where you can buy just everything. You're going to pay like, 60k gold or something, and you're just going to get everything in the thing. And then I can get the tank, so at least I can guarantee it. Well, however, that tank, the new Frost Warden, is excluded from it. You cannot even outright buy it. If there was a way that you could buy the tank, I wouldn't be so angry about this, and I wouldn't be so mad that they did this again. If there was a way to actually just outright buy the tank and guarantee that, once I pay the money, I'm getting what I want. No, you cannot do that. And you could spend $500 and not even get it. You could spend $1,000 and not get it. And especially, I mean, it's a little bit different if you have some of the tanks in the chest. Especially if you have none of the tanks in the chest, that just makes it even harder for you. And it means you're basically not going to get it unless you're extremely lucky. Which sucks because I would like the new tank. I really want the tank from last year, actually, the KPZ. That has been a tank I've wanted super, super badly. However, I will not be spending any money on boxes, as I don't really spend money on this game. Because it's not worth it. Unless there's a really, really good sale or something that I've really, really been looking forward to, I don't spend money on the game other than that. So if I get the tank, out of the free chests that are giving, or, if a friend sends me a chest or something, sure, I'll be very happy that I get the tank or whatever if I end up getting the tank out of it. However, I want to state that I will not be doing a video on the tank or any of the tanks if I get them out of boxes until the event is over. Because I do not want people seeing me playing the tank and be like, wow, I would really like that tank. It looks very good or it looks very fun. It looks like something I'd like in my garage. I don't want that happening. So if I do get a tank, I will post a review of it after the event so that it's no longer obtainable, so that I do not accidentally persuade people into buying the boxes and spending tons and tons of money to Wargaming, because I don't want to be responsible for that. And like I said at the beginning, a few of us have also, content creators have said that we were not going to do this to try and prevent this and help. I know some people did this last year, and I feel like more people were mad about it last year than this year. I don't know why it's not as widespread this year. It sucks because they didn't change anything. It's exactly the same as last year. It's just as bad as last year was, which is really unfortunate because you should just be able to buy the tanks outright, I feel like, and then it wouldn't be so much of a problem. Or put a guarantee system in there. But Wargaming doesn't do that. They don't care, I guess. And I'm really surprised that Wargaming really even does this because they are preying on the people like the kids or the people that do have gambling addictions in this game. And they're preying on those people that they will splurge out the money and do this and buy what they see in the chests because they want them or they really need to obtain them. And I really, really don't like that. I think that's absolutely terrible what they're doing. So if you see this, please don't spend money on it. It's not worth it. I know you might see people getting it and you might think, oh, my luck's going to be that. I'm going to get the tank. Most likely you're not going to get it. So please, I'm trying to, just don't buy them. They're not even worth the money because most of the time when I've been opening these free chests, I'm getting absolute crap in them. Like I'm getting camo vouchers or I'm getting boosters or I'm getting snowballs. Like I don't feel like that's got any worth, especially for the snowballs. That's a whole different thing that I'm not happy about. Because the currency goes away and you're paying money, for these boxes and you're getting a currency that will go away, and I think it's like, the end of December or early January this currency goes away. It'd be different if, say, I was getting silver back for it or free XP or something that I will always have on my account and I can always save up. No, this goes away, which it sucks. I don't know why they introduced it. If they're going to introduce a new currency, it should at least stay, I feel like, because doing that is just not good. I'm getting worthless stuff. And not to mention, the stuff in the store this year is absolutely... Okay, maybe if you're a Cold War player, I could see maybe you like it. So that's understandable. However, they should at least split it half and half for World War II and Cold War players. As there's nothing... I haven't bought anything in the store yet. I have like 40,000 snowballs, and I haven't bought anything because I don't play Cold War. I don't want a Cold War tank, and there's only 2 Cold War tanks in there right now. And... which sucks for me because I don't know why they do that anyways, because they have more... I mean, whether you like World War II or you like Cold War, there are more World War II players in this game. So obviously if you have a tank in World War II for snowballs, more people are going to be buying it because there are more players. However, they don't have one this year. I did hear, though, I'm not sure if this is true, that next week or maybe the week after, they will be adding a World War II tank to the store for snowballs. However, I'm not sure if that's true. And even if so, that's 2 Cold War tanks and 1 World War II tank. I don't understand what the point of that is. It should be the opposite, or just half and half. I mean, I'm fine with half and half. So that's another disappointing thing. And another thing I forgot to talk about is for the people that, the tank collectors or the whales out there, that people that, have every tank in the game, they buy everything up. If they want to get this new Frost Warden tank, they are going to have to drop all of this money, which is terrible because some people I know do like buying and having everything in the game, which if you have the money and that's your thing, I don't care. That's fine. Go for it. However, making them have to play your little game, Wargaming, sucks because there's no other way they can even do it. They can't even just buy the 50K gold bundle, and just guarantee that they're going to get it. And they're going to get everything else. They're going to get other tanks with it. They can't do that. They have to do it, they have to gamble for it, which sucks. So, I don't know, that's my little rant. It really makes me mad because I was hoping they would change it this year and make it different than last year. And no, they didn't. Or at least put a guarantee system in it, which they said they can't, apparently. I heard Justicone saying something about that in one of his videos, that he talked to them and they couldn't put a guarantee system in it. I don't know. It sounds like typical Wargaming. They just make an excuse, which sucks. But that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.